Welcome to another episode of Searching for McGuffin with your host, George.
Gabe.
And Link.
And we're just minutes away. Minutes away. I don't know. Does that count after you've done something? Minutes away? No? What is it?
Minutes after?
Minutes after. It's just minutes after having witnessed the latest chapter in the Marvel chronology. I don't even know what the name of the movie is. What was the name of the movie?
Ant-Man and the Quantum.
That's
Ant-Man and
not
the Wasp, Quantumania.
There you go. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So as you can imagine, we just came back from premiere night, so it's really late.
We are tired and we're not caffeinated.
And we have work the next day.
We have work and school the next day.
Yeah, so we're going to try to keep this nice and clean and dirty. Wait.
Under 5 minutes.
No. Oh, no, 10 for Quibi.
Episode?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Quibi. Okay.
Yeah. But, and we, full disclosure, did no planning on purpose. Our plan was to not to plan.
Yeah, react. Even on the way here, we didn't even, Gabriel and I, we drove together.
Yeah, and I drove in a separate vehicle just to stop myself from discussing.
We didn't talk about the movie.
Yeah. So, we're going to find out how we felt about the film right here on the air. I always say that. We're not on the radio, but...
Live.
Okay. It's also not
live from New York.
It's
McGuffin, searching for McGuffin live.
S4M.
Live.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, we'll workshop that.
Workout, yeah.
Put it in the comments. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it.
Paul Rudd's in it.
I enjoyed it.
I also liked it. We heard a lot of bad stuff.
I heard bad stuff
into
about it, so I was like,
you heard bad stuff?
Yeah. The
What did you
reviews
hear?
were
Reviews are bad,
terrible.
yeah.
The reviews are terrible.
Rotten Tomato had it like
In the
50s.
I didn't even see that.
Actually, so yesterday I read a review from, let's say, for us, a controversial review, because we don't really like to agree with their reviews. You know who we're talking about, Gabe? Let's just put them out there. IGN. So,
I was about to...
I thought you meant
Fox News. I mean,
the other guy. Yeah.
oh no.
I'm like, how did he get watch
Had
it
to get
before
watch
us? Yeah.
No. So I read the review and it was like average, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's average. So I go to Link. Oh, Link, did you hear what people are saying? And then you said,
IGN gave it a 7.
no, I said that.
No,
After.
I knew IGN. gave it a
Yeah.
7,
But I was talking about IGN and you were like the Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah, the Rotten Tomato, they gave it. It was at 55 yesterday.
And I was shocked.
55?
Yeah, because I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And people were saying, oh, you get me? Marvel's, Marvel sucks.
That's
Phase 4 is this still Phase 4 or is this Phase 5?
Who even knows?
Who
at this
knows?
point?
I think it's the introduction of Phase 5, right?
No, I think this is the end of Phase 4.
End of Phase 4? Yeah, everyone was saying Phase 4 sucked. Eternals is the only one that got
A worse score.
record. Yeah.
Gabe was like,
I was like,
the only good one.
so yeah. So I was worried, right? And
Yeah.
I was worried because one, I love Paul Rudd,
Yes.
and two, I really enjoy Ant-Man. I was like, oh no, is my favorite superhero in this gonna suck?
Yeah.
And that's what I was worried about. But I enjoyed it. I think it might be better than the second one.
Do you think that?
I might be high off of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's better than the second one.
Just high off the feeling.
High
right?
off the feeling, yeah.
Yes,
After just
full
watching
disclosure,
it, yeah. So I do think it's better than the second one at the moment.
Yeah. It's weirder. It's weirder.
It's weirder, yeah.
Than any of the other ones. We'll get into that in a minute. You think those negative reviews like lowered your expectation?
It could have been, yeah.
I think so too, because I walked in and I was like, I hope it's all right.
Yeah.
So when it was all right, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Enjoyable.
What about you, Gabe? Yeah.
That was good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're on the same. Now we were on the same page in Love and Thunder earlier this year.
Yeah.
Do you guys still feel the same way you did then?
I was able to, I was thinking about that, and I enjoyed it for a Taika movie, a Taika comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I enjoyed it for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does make sense.
Because I love the whole comedy aspect of it. Like I thought, this is perfect. I loved it. Taika does not miss when it comes to comedy. But I can afterwards. I was like, yeah, okay, this movie let me down.
Yeah, it was a step backwards.
Yeah.
I think it was like we were talking about it on the way back, me and my wife in the vehicle, and we were talking back about Love and Thunder, and we're like, I think this was better than Love and Thunder because like I had fun the first time in Love and Thunder. I think we saw it twice, right?
I saw it twice. Yeah.
Yeah. I had fun, but it was like, like fart joke. Jane has cancer.
I think
Fart joke.
Yeah. I think this one is better because I felt it seems like it's more important in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know where Thor Love and Thunder, what does it, I don't even know where it stands. Like
I feel like its whole goal was just to reboot Thor.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay. At least there's weight, there's continuity, there's weight in this movie. You get me? Stuff is important. It's gonna propel, Phase 5. Thor.
Lore Thoven Thunder.
Thor Love and Thunder was just a good comedy. That's how I thought it. And I felt like it didn't really progress much. I don't think it progressed.
Yeah, like at the
end.
I think
because the villain himself has nothing to do with. He's not Kang. You get me?
Yeah, and the villain was underserved in Thor,
which sucks because you had Christian Bale, man.
Right, he did a good job.
He did a great job
with the scenes that he has.
Yeah.
Which I think they did a better job in Wakanda Forever, for example. I gravitated towards the villain.
Oh yeah,
in that one. Namor was amazing, and I think the villain in this movie steals the show.
In
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. That's what it is called.
Jonathan Majors acting was like, wow, this guy's good.
Bro, I'm excited for Creed.
That guy's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. He is really good.
You guys have seen he was in HBO's The Watchmen, right? You
No.
haven't seen The Watchmen?
He's not in Watchmen.
Oh, he's not in Watchmen? Oh, my apologies. Is he the one from
Lovecraft Country?
Lovecraft Country. I thought they were the same guy.
No, the other one's Abdul.
They both came out around the same time, right? And I remember they were both. Oh, okay. So in Lovecraft Country, you guys haven't seen Lovecraft Country?
Nah.
No, I heard it was all right. I don't know.
I heard it was weird, but
it is very weird. I've only seen the first one because it was so weird, and my wife wasn't into it. I think I'm gonna go back and finish it because he was amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Was he in? I saw that Western he was in on Netflix.
Wasn't he in The Five Bloods with Chadwick Boseman?
I have no idea.
Didn't see it.
I
didn't see it either, but I didn't think it was like it sounded like not a good movie, and I keep hearing it is a good movie.
You know what's interesting? I was on TikTok the other day, and there was this guy who was giving his honest opinions about actors.
Yeah.
Right. And he went from Michael B. Jordan to Jonathan Majors, and when he was talking about Michael B. Jordan, he said that he's good. He's a decent actor, but his looks is what propels him to get more roles, whereas Jonathan Majors is an amazing actor. He's a great actor. And after he said that, like, I started thinking, yeah, Michael B. Jordan's acting's all right. He's not. I think he might be a little bit overrated. Now I know we're not really talking about him. I think
just
Michael.
bag on. He almost single-handedly saved Wakanda Forever, just for the record. But
yeah, I mean, but acting wise, I mean, yeah, I think he's acting.
I think he's really good. I think his range is more limited.
His range is limited. That's why I said, yeah.
And this is a tour de force, I think, for Majors in this movie.
Yeah, no, Majors is just great, and I think he's gonna eat in Creed 3.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna eat it up in Creed 3.
Oh,
yeah.
He's gonna eat. What does that mean?
Yeah, he's gonna do well. He's gonna eat it up, right?
Oh, that's true. He was also in Loki. That's where.
Yes, and you know what?
But it's a different.
Yeah, I did not.
That's why you don't because he wasn't a little bit more kooky.
I was Loki? Not crazy about He Who Remains because it kind of set the table for Kang.
Yeah,
and I was like, full disclosure, like I don't know a lot about Kang from the comics. I haven't read a lot of Kang's stories. I've always kind of seen him as one-dimensional, and that might be out of ignorance because I haven't read whatever the iconic Kang stories. It's really hard with Marvel. I think with DC Comics, it's really easy to be like, oh, you like this character or this villain? Read this, read this, read this.
Yeah.
Marvel's kind of more, man, I hate to say it, like what the movies feel like now, where it's like, this is what you're watching now, and then you move on and like just do something else later.
Yeah.
You know? So that also, I think, lowered the stakes where Majors is able to make Kang his own.
Oh my goodness, so good.
Yeah. But He Who Remains was a little too playful for me, and I was afraid this is gonna be the villain for
for the rest of the series.
You
Yeah.
thought that?
Phase 4, 5,
What?
and
You
6.
thought that?
I didn't think that. I knew there were going to be different takes on them, but for that one to be the first one, I was kind of worried about like where we're going. And I didn't know majors, like you said. I mean, it's late and I can't think straight, but I obviously don't know what shows he was on. I was getting them all
I think
wrong.
he got
Anyways.
famous for Last Black Man. In San
Last Black
Francisco.
Man in San Francisco, which I also didn't see. It was
The
on
Western
my
I
list.
saw was The Harder They Fall. That was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Oh, is that with He's not the lead in that one, is he?
Mhm.
Oh, he is the lead. Okay, so I don't know anything tonight. Apparently,
It's late.
I'm still trying to understand the quantum verse. Yeah.
He Who Remains, I liked it because I didn't think that, like, I was like obviously we were trying to figure out, like,
Mhm.
was it the last, like, basically almost half that episode is just them having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think like he really shined, and I think he's able to show like his range
Yeah.
a bit, because I don't know, like, I didn't get the vibe that like that's gonna be, once he kept talking about the others,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like
Yeah, he sets up that there's gonna be different ones.
yeah. And also I
In
guess
Loki?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't remember.
And
this
also
I just didn't love that one.
I mean
one. I didn't like him.
Yeah.
As an actor in that part,
I liked him.
I wasn't impressed.
I feel like they set up like who is it, and then it was a guy I don't know doing a character that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it was probably that. It was just the expectation that the show built on the
Mm.
final reveal.
and how long ago was that? Was that last year?
2 years ago,
2
right?
years
Yeah.
Was
for us
that-
to see him again?
It wasn't. Yeah, that was that
That's-
Summer of 21.
21?
Yeah.
And it's 23 now. Yeah. Fair.
And they did something that I like when they talked about the others in Loki. I don't know.
Oh yeah, full disclosure, spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie, what are you even doing here?
Yeah, don't listen to this
Okay.
episode.
And you know what? It's fair. No, go ahead and listen to the episode, because if you haven't seen it by Monday when this episode drops, you probably don't care enough. It's the thing with these new movies. It's almost like you either care or you don't, and like it's okay. Like
yeah.
I don't think like you can talk all about Wakanda Forever, Thor: Love and Thunder, and then still either enjoy or not like it after the fact. Like they're not really like big reveal story driven
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah. So back to the spoiler.
No, when they were talking about his other variants, like I was
Yeah.
like, and I mean, I guess we're pushing to the end. but
Yeah, yeah.
In
In
Yeah.
Loki,
In Loki.
But you know
okay.
what? We have time.
do we?
Yeah. No, we have in the
Time
sense
is
of
time is in a cage.
yeah, exactly. Time is a cage. So when they were
Um,
talking about the variants,
And
In
I was
Loki.
like, is it really just gonna be just
this guy over and over and over again.
a bunch of him? And yeah, well,
Yep, especially if you make it all the way to the end credits. Which that was super funny because at the end of the movie, I was like thinking to myself, I like it. I think we're going in a good direction. And then the first end credit scene happened, and I was like, oh no.
No. Yes.
Oh no.
Exactly. Because I
And then the after credit scene, I was like, good. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
no, I agree with you. Okay. So I think the Kang in this movie, the villain,
Mhm.
man, this guy was great.
Yeah, it was great.
I fell in love with him. I'm like,
Mhm.
man, this is where do you go after Thanos? This is where you go after Thanos.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, I could see this guy as the big bad,
right?
Yeah.
Once again, spoilers.
Spoiler.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Gone?
He's
We
gone.
don't know. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Kang, it seems like
Nah.
Kang.
I think
You,
he comes.
you think
Maybe
we're
he
gonna-
went into the quantum realm.
I think he comes back.
You
and
think
he-
this one comes back?
Yeah.
Because as you can see with all the Council of Kangs, there's a bunch that look like Kang. Like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of like just slight variations of Kang.
I think he comes back and he just
If he's a
just wipes.
I would love that.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna be a good guy, but I think he's just gonna be
I
his
want
own
him to
thing.
be.
Now
I
wipes
want him
out
to be
the
the big bad.
council,
Yeah.
and then he's.
I
the
think
big-
he's gonna like
You don't-
destroy.
That's
don't-
what I want. Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
don't
mind
think
that.
they're gonna make like Ramatut and like the what is he? He's not Franklin Richards. He's I forgot what his name. Nathaniel Richards. Nathaniel Richards. You don't think those are like gonna come to the forefront? You don't think they're gonna?
I'm
take it
sure
from
they'll
those?
all show up, but I think the big bad is the one we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, it is called Kang Dynasty too, right?
Yeah.
And that honestly, announcing the slate, it kind of ruins anticipation.
I remember when they didn't announce Endgame
Yeah.
or Infinity War until like the trailer dropped.
Yeah, the trailer. That's when we knew the name, right?
That was so cool.
And even then, that name doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
You know, it says this is a finale. That's all it tells you.
Yeah.
And Kang Dynasty. Now I'm already like, I have years to think about what I think this movie is gonna be. You know, that's not good. You can't leave me alone with my thoughts.
They're just gonna fight a bunch of kings.
I really hope that that's not what the movie is. But I guess there's like a 50-50 chance that it is.
Yeah.
Does that movie come out next year?
No, 2025.
25?
Is it 25 and 2026?
Yeah, isn't there like a whole other phase now?
Yes.
We
We're-
need
we're
like Avengers movies.
Either
I
we're
forgot.
ending phase 4 and entering phase 5, or we just entered phase
Yeah.
5. I think it makes sense to say we entered phase 5 with this movie.
You know, I think time is relative. So, you know, what is even a phase? What's the beginning? What's the end?
Whenever they say.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever marketing
Whenever,
decides.
whenever Kevin Feige says, all right, we're done. Next phase.
Which Feige says apparently that we're going to scale stuff back.
Which is good.
I find that interesting after Bob Iger becomes, you know, CEO of Disney again.
Mhm.
I'm excited. What's the next movie coming? Next Marvel movie? Is it Guardians?
Yeah.
Bro, that Guardians trailer was amazing.
Let's talk about the weirdness, by the way. The weirdness in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about the quantum realm?
It felt very Star Wars esque to me.
Okay.
Like it
unpack that.
like the creatures, the alien looking creatures kind of reminded me.
Cantina.
Yeah, like
I
Cantina.
see it.
That Kang empire he built kind of reminded me of Coruscant.
Yeah. I was thinking more like this is weird, like Guardians 2, but
Yeah.
also like Rebellion, like Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I feel like we've been here before.
I didn't think I don't know about how I felt about all that.
Yeah. It's not that it doesn't fit in the
It
movie.
doesn't- it
'Cause
fits,
it makes
but
sense.
it makes sense.
I just kind of don't
I just
care.
didn't like it,
just
yeah.
feels like you know you have beats to hit. And,
Yes.
and it's
Mhm.
like tack that off.
Script writing 101.
Portals esque scene
Mm-hmm.
coming in.
Poor man's portals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the jokes are funny.
All the jokes are good.
I think the show. I think the movie is funny. Yeah. I think
No,
that's
yeah.
it. Paul Rudd carries, you know, his
the
personality.
yeah.
Kind of sad his friends aren't in the movie.
I know.
Yes,
Luis
Luis
and,
and
Ti.
Yeah, because I think one of the
and
strengths.
the other guy,
The
guy that's in Dark Knight,
Dasham.
the boo.
His name was there.
Yeah, and
Where
I
was
saw it in
he?
the credits too. I think they got cut, man. I think they
Aw.
got cut because they were credited, and I was expecting them to be in the movie, and they definitely were not. The movie's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not long.
It's not long.
It's not long.
It felt long to me.
It felt
though.
long because it's late and we're tired, I think.
Yeah.
But it could have felt a lot longer, so I appreciate that. Even then, I do feel like you can probably cut like 10, 15 minutes out of it, but there's nothing that calls out to me like this
Yeah.
doesn't need to be in the movie.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think of the supporting cast in the movie? Michael Douglas, Michelle
Oh,
Pfeiffer,
this
Evangeline
is-
Lilly.
Or if this is Kang's movie, if this is Jonathan Majors' movie, it's Michelle Pfeiffer's movie too.
He's great.
Is
Yeah.
it weird that I also thought, man, Michael Douglas is so good?
Yeah.
That's why I was watching. It's like, man,
I feel like he steals the scenes.
he
He's
man.
does
so
steal
good.
his
Yeah, he's
scene.
so
I was
good.
like, why is this guy so good? Also, how old is he?
Very.
Very, and
Yeah,
his
quite
hairline is immaculate.
He doesn't even do that many movies, right? And his health is, not the
He
best.
seems like he got like leaner.
He
Yeah.
got leaner.
He seems like he's really devoted to this Ant-Man franchise.
I don't.
He's in it.
I don't mind it because I think he is a perfect actor to play Hank Fit.
Yes,
Him.
absolutely.
He's great. And then I was just once again
Him and Pfeiffer give this movie gravitas.
Yes.
And I'm surprised just how much he's in it.
I was shocked as to whenever she was doing her fighting scenes, I'm like, wow, why is she so good at fighting? When did she learn how to fight? And then I remember, oh wait, she's a Shield agent.
Oh, I thought you meant Michelle
No,
Pfeiffer.
no.
Because I was gonna break it. They have stunt
Janet
people.
Pitt. Yeah.
That's why she has the gray hair. They're wearing a wig.
Janet
Shots from the
Pitt.
back.
Michelle Pfeiffer's
This is
a-
how movies
a
work.
I'm like, did she use this time to learn how to fight? But I was like, oh wait, no,
Yeah,
she's been
she
doing
was-
this
yeah.
whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was surviving too in the quantum realm. They kind of hint at it in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like you see that she is hooded and she has a weapon.
Yeah.
And I was like, what'd she get? Why does she look like this?
Yeah.
Oh, we
She's
got
Ray.
those answers. Yeah.
I thought it should look. She wore that just to look cool.
Yeah. Where'd she get it? She just found it in the quantum
Yeah.
realm. What about Cassie?
I thought she was good. I don't. Yeah.
I thought she was okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I just it's funny because they aged, with time passed. So
They aged.
we lost little Cassie.
Yeah.
We got, the actress who played her in Endgame. It was a bit part. And then when it was time to commit to the character, they recast. So I don't know. I was kind of expecting.
How old is she now? Do we know?
I was doing the math like in the car.
So it'd
So
be like 20.
there's like 3 years between Ant-Man 1 and 2, even though Cassie looks kind of the same age, but I guess she should be about 6 and 9,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the 5-year skip, so she should have been about 14.
Uh-huh.
Well, she looks huge in Endgame.
She's 14 in Endgame.
She should be.
She's an adult.
Yeah.
That girl was an adult.
Yeah. And then now how many years has passed since Endgame? 4?
She'd be
Really?
20, yeah.
That was 2019,
Yeah,
right?
so she seems like she's in college.
I know
right?
it's not chronologically 2019, but the gap is still remains the same. So
Yeah.
it was 4 years ago. It's like 2020. Man, what year is it in the Marvel universe? Like 25.
Is she
Are we catching up?
is she gonna carry the Ant-Man?
No, it was
Oh, because
24.
it was behind and
the blip happened is 24, so Endgame is 24.
Endgame is 24,
Like once they
but Endgame
once
was
5 years passed.
3 years ago. So 2021, 22, 23. Like real time hasn't passed. I guess we don't
Like
really
in
know.
this Ant-Man?
Yeah. Like
Oh
in this
yeah,
Ant-Man.
yeah. I'm talking
yeah,
about
this
from
is.
Endgame.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you got to tack on another one. So she should have been like 14 in Endgame. So she should be about 18, maybe 19. Depending
Yeah.
where her birthday is. So she should be about 18, 19 now.
I don't know. She had a fake birthday at the end, so she's probably older now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. She kind of it seems like she's already graduated high school, right? Like she's in college,
yeah.
right?
That's
right?
the vibe
She's
I
like an
got.
adult protesting. I mean, of course you can do that in high school too, but it just kind of seems like she's on her own independently. And like her science level is already like
That's just
collegiate.
fine.
But when you hang out with Hank Pym, what your science level is gonna increase no matter what, right?
And that there was a little disconnect there because it feels like they're like all one happy family, and that she's a super scientist. And I guess it's been 4 years since we've seen her last,
Yeah.
right? So I guess a lot can happen in 4 years.
Yeah.
But it just feels like I don't know. It feels like Endgame was just yesterday in the narrative of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I like the character growth we saw in Scott Lang. He starts off the movie
Not our problem.
With his narration.
with with the narration. He starts off like it looks like he's lost his touch with society. Right?
I feel like they were giving him crap about it though.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of do feel like he could
He
write a
could-
book and take a break, bro. Like
They were giving him crap.
they were giving him crap, right? And that's what they're saying. Like, dude, you're not the same Ant-Man anymore. You no longer care about people. You're now a celebrity.
bro,
Exactly.
don't idealize the social justice grind, man. He why can't he brag about saving the universe? Really?
Apparently that's an actual book.
Yeah,
What?
it is an actual book, and I want
Like,
that for my birthday.
The book that he wrote.
I want that
is
for
like
my
an
birthday.
actual
It is an
book.
I
actual
thought there
book.
was an actual
I
social
sent that to
justice
you through
grind.
TikTok.
I thought I sent that to you.
You sent that to me through TikTok, and I want that for my birthday. Letting you guys know.
Okay,
I'll buy you an Ant-Man popcorn bucket for your birthday.
I think he got it.
Right there. You thought it was an Ant-Man helmet? No. Well, it is, but it's also a
Should we-
popcorn bucket.
Should we discuss the price of that popcorn bucket?
$30, man. But you know what?
You told me $30, and my tongue rolled out of my mouth, and then I had to like just push it back in and be like,
I have a Paul Rudd corner in my office, so it's going there. That's why I bought it.
"That's fair." It doesn't come with the little Ant-Man on top.
It
of
does
his
not,
head,
but it
yeah.
should.
Yeah, it really should. Yeah.
Bill Murray.
But yeah, but I enjoyed like, in this he starts off the movie, he's lost his touch with as a superhero, right? He's
Yeah.
more celebrity. And now he's back to being a superhero, right? He almost died. And
Yeah, that was
he's
quite a trial by fire.
yeah.
You mentioned Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's in it as well, yeah.
What did you think of his
I
contribution?
thought his
to the
entrance
film?
was really funny. It was really cool, actually.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me like Jeff Goldblum vibes.
Yeah.
in Ragnarok.
I
can
heard-
see that.
Yeah, I heard going in that he was only in one scene and that it was kind of like wasted potential. I didn't really feel that, and also it wasn't one scene. There's a scene break, and he's in it again. So I thought it was fine. I thought
Thought it could have been longer.
he did well with what he had too. Maybe it was even better than fine because I feel like he chewed the scenery, but had a dramatic turn.
Yeah.
Like I think he did well with the limited screen time.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It could have been longer, but
Who doesn't want more Bill Murray in their movie?
right. Because it is kind of like a deviation.
Mm.
Like if you cut out his part, really what changes,
Yeah.
which is like was one of my big gripe with Ironheart in Wakanda Forever.
Mm.
But I think Murray's much less. It's not 30 minutes.
It's not 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like what, 10?
Yeah, and I think he did really good with what he had. MODOK.
MODOK.
Did you? Oh, we all knew MODOK was going to be in the movie, right?
I didn't know he was going to be in the movie.
Really?
I did not know.
That says a lot. He really doesn't read any of our text messages. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know that.
Really?
I knew. No, I saw a picture that MODOK was gonna be in it.
What did
You
you
guys-
saw
I
him
did
with the
not-
mask thing?
I saw the mask and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
You did
then
not
I
see
saw
the face?
But no, I saw a face.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I read it and I just forgot.
Okay.
I
But-
saw the face,
It was horrifying.
and I
so
was like, "There's no way that's real."
right.
this
I
isn't
was
a
sure
real
that it
image.
wasn't real. Yeah.
And then you're like, "It's from it's in the trailer," and I'm like, "You're lying."
I couldn't believe it even.
It
You
looked better in the movie.
It did look better than because listen, it looks bad. It's supposed to look bad. Like it's
On
supposed to be
purpose.
weird
Weird.
and freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a still image where he's kind of, I also couldn't wrap my mind around what context MODOK's just walking around in the still image that we saw before from the trailer. But nah, man, I think, let me tell you, they dodged a bullet because that could have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I liked how they
I
used
liked him. I
MODOK.
liked how they used
Explanation,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the explanation, how it ties back into Ant-Man
Ant-Man
1.
Isn't it Ant-Man 2? Oh, yeah, Ant-Man 1. You're right.
Ant-Man
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And also how they use humor at the
Yeah.
end. Because, come on, man, the concept is ridiculous.
It's dumb, yeah.
If MODOK needed to be in the movie, I think they came up with the
They
best
use
way
it,
to do
yeah.
And he looks cool with the mask down, too.
Yeah.
For some reason, they have his extra long bald head when he has the mask up. And it was like, they're...
Kind of looks like Kingpin for a second.
Yeah, they're kind of making it look bad on purpose. I can appreciate that for all the MODOK fans out there.
Kang did that on purpose.
I thought the foot soldiers were very generic, bland looking.
They reminded me of something I don't remember. Did anybody get Avatar vibes in this movie? I got Avatar vibes from a good,
Was it when they were
Avatar
flying
vibe?
the...
yeah, I'll tell you why. Yeah, when they're flying on weird stuff and there's just a bunch of different like characters, I'm just like, oh, I think this is what Avatar's supposed to be like, which is so not fair because obviously I know a lot of time and money and a lot of people really like Avatar, but I was like, oh, this is like that same concept of like weird army battle with flying thingies, and like I'm more invested here, which sounds strange because probably the people like Avatar are gonna walk out of this movie and be like, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's fine, but it was just that. It was like Avatar-esque without being directly Avatar-esque, like in Wakanda Forever, where like the armies were literally almost exactly like Avatar. I don't know. That was just, it elicited a feeling that I think I was supposed to have during.
Oh,
Avatar.
it elicited a James Cameron feeling.
Yeah, there's a little vibe.
Here you go. Little Smurf.
Going back to MODOK, I think the high points of this movie, and this is kind of crazy that I'm even saying, is the fan service, in the sense that I think the best parts are the moments that harken to the comic book character. Kang's design, even the blue face.
I loved it.
Yeah,
That looked cool.
yeah. MODOK, the fact, hey, here's MODOK, and they did it well. This doesn't belong in a movie probably, but you know what? They committed to it, and they came up with, they thought about it. They didn't just regurgitate it onto
Yeah.
film. You know, they're like, how can we make this work? And I think that's both the double-edged sword of like when it's really good and when I'm worried about the future.
Yeah.
What are some apprehensions you might have moving forward?
Where we are now, I think it's, I don't know. I came to this realization and then I'm like, I guess you have to go bigger, right? Like you have to do more.
Yes,
And
yes.
like, with you opening the can of the multiverse. And I think I'm coming to the realization that I don't think it'll ever be as good.
Yeah, yeah. I think what was great about the Infinity Saga was that even though it was about the Infinity Stones and everything, it was grounded and it was limited.
It was contained.
Yeah, it was contained. Even Infinity War and Endgame, where they're like, this is how the multiverse works. Like this, small. You can't branch off. You know what I mean? You have to cut and prune. And now we're all over the place.
It's
man.
literally like it took for us to get to Endgame to get to that type of crazy, and now it's like every movie is
Has
that
that
type
crazy,
of crazy.
yeah.
Yes, and it's the escalation. It's like, of course you have to go bigger, but that's the problem that we have to go bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that the next slate of films can change it. But I mean, we're going to Guardians next, and
I think Guardian's gonna do that same thing that Thor did. It's not gonna propel that story enough. It's just gonna be a closure. For
But
that
hopefully it adds closure, because the thing with Thor is that it does not add closure.
Yeah, we don't even know if there's gonna be another Thor.
Yeah, I think so.
But we all know it seems like it's gonna be the end.
I think
for
so.
Guardians.
I think it is going to be the end for
It
Guardians.
seems like a standalone, not contribute much to the overall plot of the King's Dynasty.
Which is, I mean,
I don't mind that.
both approaches are good.
No,
I think
keep it small.
I think so too, because this movie, when it works, is when it's the end
Small.
of this trilogy too. When it's clearly the sequel to Ant-Man 1 and 2 while moving the greater story along.
I think they managed that well.
I think so too.
Yeah, and that's why I enjoyed it. Gabriel was talking about, like, you got to go big. I like this movie because it didn't go too big.
Yeah.
it actually went very small.
Very, very small. No, but yeah, that's what I liked about it. Like, the whole world wasn't getting destroyed, right?
Yeah.
The
universe is on the line if this battle is lost. It's not a world destroying battle, but it's like the first step in what could be like a tapestry of destruction.
So I enjoyed that because it kept it small. I'm tired of seeing New York get destroyed all the time. You get me like, how many times, bro? Why do people live there?
It follows the theme of the movie. Scott's book is called "Look Out for the Little Guy."
Yeah,
and I think his daughter's trying to get him to point across. It's like, just because you can't see the bad things that are happening doesn't mean they're not happening.
Right.
And I guess he learns that by the end of it, by the end of the movie, and he he makes the sacrifice that he has to. But it's like, the parallels of them actually getting small. They're like literally little people.
Yeah.
And I thought the fight scene at the end was pretty satisfying.
With the ants?
Yeah.
I honestly thought that was going to be the end, and I was like, it's kind of pretty anticlimactic here.
And then they fight.
And then they actually fight, and it was a good fight. Like, it was like,
going back to, you mentioned the like generic soldiers for In Kang's army. It reminded me of the guys in Dune. No, in Dune, that come off the ship, the spice trader.
The solder car?
Yes. No, not the solder car. The guys that with the spice that travel through space. No, at the beginning.
They work for the Emperor?
Yes, those guys. They come they deliver the message. I don't know. That's what I thought of.
The Herald?
Yeah. Or generic soldiers from a Guardians movie, like in the background. I don't know. But yes, the ants battle with their science. Their 1,000-year-old.
That was cool.
Yeah.
They found a way to use him.
Yeah, when Michael Douglas
he loves ants.
Walks up like a badass.
Yeah. He likes ants. And again, it sticks to the theme. The movie goes back to he's an ant man.
You talk to ants and then.
Exactly. He's way cooler than Aquaman. Yeah. Sorry, fish are no help. You said it's not as good as it used to be. I think I'm starting to make my peace with it. It was a good night out at the movies. I'm not gonna rush out to watch it again in theaters. I haven't done the Marvel rewatch in this phase. I don't know what the future holds for me rewatching them all.
I don't think there's a need yet.
Yeah.
Maybe when the next, what's it called? The next Avenger movie where they all meet up. Maybe that would be a time to do the rewatch.
I'm not invested.
I'm not invested either. Yeah, it's so many hours.
Like I like Kang and I'm excited for that, but it's like I'm not invested. Maybe I need a first team up movie or something.
Right.
Maybe, yeah.
Right now it feels disjointed.
Or maybe the Fantastic Four are gonna ring it all together.
Yeah, Nathaniel Richards, maybe. I don't know. Here's the thing: we used to speculate and guess, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't even want to speculate and guess. I'll just watch the next one when it comes, and hopefully it's good.
Go watch Top Gun.
Yeah, it's still not like a DC movie though, right?
No, I think this is better.
Yeah, these movies are.
It's better than anything DC has produced, with the exception of the Batman.
Well, in the DCEU or whatever they were calling it, and it's now morphing into
the Batman universe.
Do with that?
Yeah,
The Flash is literally the Batman dynasty.
Yeah, that's their chance to, I don't know, give new life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to fix everything, but
Isn't it just gonna like? That's it for that.
it's going to soft reboot.
I mean, they sold me. I didn't care about this movie until I saw
fun.
Michael Keaton.
Okay. Okay, this is a little side note because now we're talking about The Flash, but
But
yeah, you guys responded really positively to
Yeah.
that trailer.
Yeah, I'm like, are they that desperate that they? Because I didn't think they were gonna actually show Michael Keaton in the trailer.
Uh-huh.
Are you that desperate?
Yeah.
But you know what?
They are.
Your desperateness sold me. I'm in.
You've been on a roller coaster ride with this movie because you're like, I do not want to watch it. And then we're like, Michael Keaton's in it. Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then you were like, I don't know. And then
Nah, then I saw him in the suit, and I'm like,
I'm in. And then maybe Christian Bale.
no shot.
Nah, no, there's no
I
way.
don't know.
There's
I don't
no
know,
way.
bro.
Nah.
No shot.
Kids are telling me that too now.
I don't know.
And I'm like, guys, no.
I said that. That was like my craziest like theory that I had, that I was like, I would die. I don't think so. I can't get my hopes up.
I heard there was that rumor, right? A rumor from someone who is not that reliable, but you heard about that, right? Or no?
What?
That there's a previous Batman actor in the movie.
Oh, I mean, it's got to be George
It's
Clooney,
Clooney.
right? Cause it's not. What's his name? Val Kilmer.
Well, actually, I think James Gunn literally on Twitter said it. It's not George Clooney.
It's not Val Kilmer because it can't be Val
It
Kilmer.
can't be.
It's
Batman
Robert,
silent now?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it could be Robert Pattinson.
I mean, that's cool, but I wouldn't want that guy. I don't.
There's a
want,
rumor that there's another Batman.
Yeah, there's a rumor that there's another Batman.
It can't be. It's
That's
not.
Affleck.
Yeah, we saw him.
But we know he's in the movie. He's in the
Oh,
trailer.
don't tell me
There's
that's
another
a
one.
That's the rumor.
That there's
there's
a
a
third
previous one that we don't know about. We've known forever Affleck's going to be in the movie.
Is it?
Nah.
I don't believe it. I refuse to believe.
What's?
Honestly, Bale did Marvel. Maybe he comes back.
Wow. Uncharted territory here. But going back to Ant-Man, and we're talking about this because it's like we're forging new paths in both of these universes, and it's been quite a journey. I don't know, man. So much has changed just since we started doing this show. It's coming up on like a year and a half, and man, we're in a completely different place.
I don't think you can reach those heights again, man.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I want to be hopeful that you can,
I mean, yes, for sure.
especially now.
Well,
no, I think you can because
Did No Way Home reach those hypes?
I think so.
Yeah,
Heights?
But
that's its own thing.
I think they
Okay.
can reach those heights because once you start introducing the X-Men, like
I think it's gonna get too. Well, no, I'm sorry. I think the danger is there that it might get too cool for its own good, where it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think once you introduce X-Men, Fantastic Four,
You think they could rein it in?
you can rein it in, yeah.
I sure hope so.
Because we've lost all, you lost Tony, you lost Captain, right? That void needs to be filled.
Okay, but it's been like 4 years.
I
bro.
know, no, yeah, exactly.
But we haven't been able to, and that's why I think.
No, I agree. In my opinion, who better than fill that void than the X-Men and Fantastic Four?
Yeah,
The
that's true.
Avengers movies.
The
that we're
Avengers,
getting.
right? Like, bro, like you give me Xavier, you give me Xavier and Wolverine.
Who's leading the Avengers?
I thought it was gonna be what's his name, the guy.
Is there even an Avengers? What? Because they keep talking
They keep
about the
talking about it,
Avengers.
but we don't know
And
anything.
it's like,
yet.
what is going on with the
yeah.
Avengers?
Where's Nick Fury? Like we in space?
I mean, Secret Invasion is gonna be good. I think.
Oh, I think so too. But I think so because I think it's gonna be small scale, right? Like
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
I hope.
I really hope so too.
Do you think it's Carol? Think Carol's gonna?
I thought it was gonna be Black.
You think Carol Danvers is gonna be a Skrull?
Think Carol Danvers is gonna lead the Avengers?
I thought it was gonna be the guy
I
that.
think that'll give her a push. You know what I mean? That'll
Oof.
give her some street cred.
It won't be Thor.
It won't be Thor, no.
How many Avengers are there? Are they like 100 after Endgame now? Though is it like a thing?
I don't know.
where you register-
Modoc's dead.
Oh, that's right. The greatest Avenger.
The greatest- yeah,
strongest
strongest.
Avenger.
Most robotic Avenger.
Hulk is still there.
Hulk. You got Thor,
She-Hulk.
Captain. I mean, Doctor Strange.
Scar.
Spider-Man.
Scar. his son.
Strange.
You have
Strange,
another Hulk.
Spider-Man.
There's 3 Hulks.
There are 3.
There's 3 Hulks.
Yeah.
His
You have
son.
Scar.
Oh, I didn't know he had a son.
He's like a surfer.
Oh, he hasn't
dude.
seen it.
Oh.
Wait, what? You didn't finish it?
You never finished She-Hulk? It's
No.
like
I
5
watched
episodes.
one episode.
You watched when Daredevil
Really?
was in there?
Nah. I just watched one episode. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll wait for this to finish, but then I never went back.
You really never watched the Daredevil episode?
No.
Okay, don't.
I disagree, but we're not here to talk about Daredevil.
I mean, we might get Daredevil in as an Avenger as well. You get me? That's awesome.
Maybe we can reach those
Right?
heights. You're right, Link.
You're gonna get Blade. You're gonna get.
Nah, you lost me again.
You don't want to. What? You got Mahershala?
You have the Eternals?
No, bro. You got Blade, bro.
You have Jon Snow?
You had me at Daredevil, and then you went, Blade will be on the Avengers, and I was like, whatever.
No,
I love Blade. Don't get me wrong, and I love Mahershala Ali,
But aren't
but
they
that's not
already
the
in,
guy I want on the Avengers.
No, but that's
aren't
pretty
they already
cool
on,
though.
Midnight Suns.
Aren't
I
they
thought you were
already,
gonna
in
get-
turmoil on that production?
But yeah, there is. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna get, from what I've read.
Bro, we're getting Black Knight. That's all.
Yeah, what I've read, Black Knight can lead out the Avengers.
He can, but I mean,
who's-
the West Coast Avengers, maybe.
That's what I thought. Maybe that's why they got Kit Harington to have him be the next Captain
Wait,
America.
yeah.
But I'm like Black Knight.
Black
But-
Knight's gonna be the leader of the Avengers.
But that's again it's like saying 20 years ago Tony Stark is going to be in a pivotal role of the Avengers.
What? But Iron Man, is like one of the main heroes, even if you weren't completely sold on him as an A-lister. Like, Iron Man is a lead in the Avengers.
Everyone was Googling Black Knight after Eternals.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's like, you're going to compare Black Knight to Iron Man. Everyone knows who Iron Man is, even if they can't be like, oh, I love that book.
But you never know what they could do.
Yeah, you never know what they could do. But that's going to be a weird replacement. Like,
oh yeah,
Scar, the son of Hulk, and Black Knight.
That's
Those
why
are
I
the guys
said,
that
like,
are gonna...
if there's
I mean,
the only people that can replace them are X-Men.
We still got Cap. Our new Cap.
Oh. You don't like him, though?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't like the actor.
As a person?
I do
Yeah,
like.
I like the character.
I do like Bucky a lot, man.
Sam is fine.
Sam is fine.
I like Bucky a
But
lot.
Mackie.
I wish, though, that Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have been stronger to launch Sam
Damn, yeah.
as Captain America.
He's so cool.
You got Wanda as well.
What? I mean, yeah, because she's alive, but not.
Isn't
When
she
you talk about
evil?
Avengers, I have no idea, man.
She's evil. Well, no, I mean, I guess she freed herself from the Dark
Is
Hold's
she
power.
babyface?
Yeah, she's turned
again?
babyface turn. Yeah. Turned on the Darkhold. Man, there was something. This train of thought is really hard.
Oh,
at
you
this
have
time of night.
I mean, in 10 years you'll have Black Panther back. you have
Sure,
to-
in
we'll have-
10 years.
I don't know when. I said 10 years, but you have T'Challa
Nah,
Jr. back.
They're gonna bring him in for another timeline or something.
You think so?
You can do whatever you want, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't see. That's. Oh, there's just something I wanted to talk about. You have
No,
something
yeah,
to say?
I agree with Gabe.
We talked about time travel, in an earlier episode this year, and we were exploring like why we mess with things, or we, not me, but like scientists. If you can break it, you must try, right? Because it's about exploration and about making mistakes. This exploration into the quantum realm, how did you feel about that theme? About like them basically messing with something that I don't think we were meant to mess with.
A 19-year-old doesn't understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
and then just pulls it up in 2 seconds.
if what's her name would have helped her out, maybe they would have realized we should not mess with this.
Mhm.
If Michelle Pfeiffer's character would have said something. But yeah, like in the name of discovery, let's see what we can. No one knows, right?
Yeah.
But she did. But she didn't help him out.
Maybe they should have waited till maybe there's a reason.
There's a reason, but she never said it.
I also think that there's no stakes. This is what happened. I had this problem with Multiverse of Madness where he keeps breaking the Hippocratic Oath, the laws of sorcery, and like there's not really consequences. I kind of feel like they keep messing with things they're not supposed to, and then everything turns out fine in the end. And I think that one problem I had with this movie
Was that he doesn't get stuck in the quantum realm?
I thought they were gonna stay there.
when they set it up, I was like, that's a bold choice.
Yes, that's what I thought was going to happen too. And
And we have to worry about it
And
for
we
like
have-
through 2 years,
not
3 years.
even that, because like I thought, all right, this is how they're going to get Cassie to
Cassie to be the new Ant-Man,
new Ant-Man,
right.
and you'll get Paul Rudd.
Ant person.
You'll get
Ant
Paul Rudd whenever they
woman.
get him out
Yeah.
to make be in a movie, and that'll be
Exactly.
awesome,
He'll
yeah.
be like, oh, in Kang Dynasty, it's an Avengers movie, and
Yeah.
we got Paul Rudd back.
exactly out of nowhere. Yeah,
Yeah. And I was like,
that's bold.
I was like,
But then
and then they just randomly saved
yeah.
him very easily. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was afraid to take risks where it
In
could
that
have.
sense, yeah.
Especially since Ant-Man 3. So it's, and I think they talked about it. I think Peyton Reed said it was always envisioned as a trilogy.
Yeah.
So it's like that would have added finality to this trilogy, even if we get him back again later, you know? Making the sacrifice play. And when Hope goes back for him to save him.
That's a beautiful moment right there.
Yeah. It was like, okay. And then they're gonna get trapped there together.
Yeah.
And then it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because I heard that criticism going to the movie too. That it's like Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that Wasp doesn't really do anything.
No, she's more in the background because you have two other characters,
Yeah.
like Michelle Pfeiffer's character and Casey, who take up her spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I went there with that mindset that like, oh, Wasp isn't gonna do much. I thought that they split them onto two separate teams.
Yeah,
and they go back and forth. I was like, she's there, and then I also think that this movie's not just about Hope and Scott. It's also about the Pyms, and they're the other Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I think it's like it's about the concept of Ant-Man and the Wasp. This intergenerational, two generations of Ant-Man, two generations of Wasp, and Cassie caught in between them, and she's kind of like the next Ant-Man Wasp.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what role she's gonna fit, like to carry this legacy on. And I thought that's what the Ant-Man and the Wasp was, and I thought it was kind of smart. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody was underserved.
No.
That's another comic book shout out, the new haircut. It's such a small detail, but it's like Hope looks like Jan, actually, but yeah, I don't know. I felt good.
I like the movie. I think it's better than the second one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'd have to go back and watch it because I remember liking the second one.
I remember liking it, but I thought the villain in the second one was
Ghost. I like Ghost a lot
compared to Kang.
Oh yeah, but the thing about Ant-Man, the same thing I'm saying now about Ant-Man 3, like, oh, it's nice. It's going smaller when we're big. Yeah. That was Ant-Man and the Wasp too. Oh, it's nice. Another Ant-Man movie, even though we just had Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like Ghost though, and I've been waiting literally years for her to show up in Suicide Squad. I mean Suicide Squad.
Thunderbolts.
It is very late. Yes, Thunderbolts. She's definitely not going to be in Suicide Squad. Okay. Any final thoughts? I don't know how much insight we gave into it. If someone asks you if they should go watch this movie, because lately it feels like everybody's not rushing out to watch the movies. They're still doing really well, and like eventually they watch them. But should someone go out of their way to watch this in the movie theater?
Yes.
We have an audio feed, so the fact that you're nodding your head, Gabe, some of our listeners don't know that you are in agreement.
Yeah.
Good.
I think they should watch it.
Okay.
Because it's a setup to whatever the next phase is.
Yeah, but in like 45 days it's gonna be on Disney Plus, so
still watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, still watch it. Don't be a dick. Watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
Put that one in there.
Had to fit.
Yeah, just right before we go.
Oh, that joke about the holes was really funny.
Oh, the joke about the holes was really funny.
He was at the count.
You know what? He's counting. I was also counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was also counting. Yeah.
Where are my other two? My butthole. 6.
No, yeah.
What's the 7?
Yes, the other one. Okay. And speaking of pee hole, yeah, that joke. I think that joke didn't land as well for me, at least.
Well, I love that joke.
You like the "Don't be a D"? Like,
oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, right. I was like, especially at that point, at the end of the movie, it was like we just had a big battle. There's about to have an emotional.
It's never too late to not be a dick.
Yeah, I was like,
it's a good lesson to learn in life.
It is a good lesson to learn. Yeah.
And if that's the lesson you got out of this movie, congrats. But I do think that the other joke was better.
The holes.
The holes and the other one.
Which one?
Where Murdoch,
yeah. Daredevil's in this?
Yeah, says that he is he's now an Avenger. I thought that was the best joke of the whole movie.
Oh yeah, that was yes. Yeah. And you were my brother.
You're my brother, yeah. That was the best. Like the funniest scene was right there. Yeah.
Not a big fan of the other Kang designs.
No, like the zombie Kang. Oh, you mean like the ones that talk?
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm worried about what's gonna happen. Because I thought this King was perfect.
I forget his name. Tootin' Ramen.
I thought that
that's not it.
Ichimi Ramen.
I thought this King was perfect.
This weird cyborg one.
I wonder if that.
And these are probably like all nods to the comics, but like I said, I'm not super.
I wonder if
versed
that
in
one has
Kang.
any connection. The Egyptian one has any connections with Moon Knight.
I know that the Egyptian one, I don't know about that, but I know that the Egyptian one's like an important one. Like I know that one's like a primary Kang that comes up because I knew his name at some point. And who's the third one? Oh, the one who literally has a blue face and the big mustache, and he's like a high priest or something.
Who was he at the end? Who was King at the end?
What do you mean? Who was King?
Was Loki?
Oh, just some dude. Like
He wasn't like a scientist.
yeah, he was a scientist.
Wasn't like Tesla.
Yes, it was Nikola Tesla.
It was
That's the canon
Alexander
MCU.
Graham Bell.
It was Alexander Hamilton. Just you wait.
What's the name of you mentioned this guy's name? You mentioned someone's name. I didn't know who that was. You said
Nathaniel Richards.
Richards. Who's that?
It is the great
Grandfather of Reed Richards.
grandson of Reed Richards
And what?
from the future. He's Kang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's get the Fantastic Four in this mix already. Cause
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna see them by the end of this one.
I thought so too. I thought at least a hint of it. Like even if we don't see them, because I don't even know if they're cast.
When they were
No, I don't think
talking
they're
about he
cast
got
yet.
exiled or whatever, or he got like sent there, I was like, Fantastic Four.
I was like, was it the Fantastic Four? But it was like, no, a million Kangs. That scene.
Whenever, you know what? I think once we get to like the new teams, like either Fantastic Four, or X-Men,
Yeah.
I think that's when like my excitement's gonna pick up.
exactly. Yeah. Because right now, like, we don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah. What are some solo movies that are coming out?
Guardians is the next one, the solo one.
We have like any new concepts?
You got me there. I don't know what comes after Guardians.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. That's the theme today. We have no idea. All right. So, you want to wrap?
Yo,
I'm hungry.
listen. My name is Linky D. I'm in a podcast with Gabriel G and
That's,
George
mm-hmm. That's my
E.
name.
We are talking about Ant-Man, the smallest man, who's also the biggest and tallest man.
Yeah.
He's in the movie. You should check it out because he's played by Paul Rudd.
Peace.